What's going on, everybody? Good morning to you. It's your girl D here with your little vitamin D for free. You know what time it is. Today's topic is going to be very simple. It's going to be concise, so long as I don't get on my soapbox, and I don't plan to do that. Today, I want to talk about weightlifting for women and why we gotta do it. Let's get into it. Let me erase this comment though, because y'all gonna be trying to get into the challenge. Delete. All right. So my intention for this video is to give you some reasons why you should incorporate weightlifting or resistance training into your exercise regimen. Then also tell you how I would get started if I was beginning, and just some little other details when it comes to weightlifting. So, number one, to understand the word weightlifting and resistance training, when you hear it in the fitness space, you might hear it on YouTube, you might hear it on podcasts or whatever. A lot of times, trainers or fitness professionals will use those words interchangeably. Okay, so resistance training is just going against your body weight, resistance, or going against a weight that's outside of your body. Sometimes that might be your body weight, sometimes that might be actual weights, okay? So if I had this water cup and I was doing this and I did it 100 times in a row, I could say that's resistance training, or I could say it's weightlifting, okay? So to understand that weightlifting and resistance training doesn't have to solely and separately happen inside of a gym or a fitness institution. It can happen in your house, it can happen outside, and it can happen with anything, okay? The big reason that I want to hone in on this, especially for women, is because number one, we think that we're going to look like linebackers if we lift weights, and we're not. In order to look like a linebacker and look like you're finna get drafted, it has to be very intentional. You have to do it for many, many years. I mean, like decades. And you probably are gonna have to take something in order to get big for the average person. And I mean, steroids or something like that. The average woman that I can say I've been doing this for 22 years. I have clients that have been with me for 20 years. They do not look like men yet. And a lot of people who are concerned are like, I don't lift heavy because when I was 15, my mama told me not to lift weights because my shoulders was getting broad. No, your shoulders is already broad. If you already have broad shoulders or already have genetically big legs, you probably had that before you started exercising. So we're going to start there. That is a myth. The myth that you're going to lift weights and start looking like a man, no, you're not. And a lot of people, you might look at professional athletes in the bodybuilding space and you're like, they look like a man. Well, that may not be the best way for you to describe it. They look like how they train. They're very lean and they have big muscles. But that is not necessarily a masculine trait. That's how they train, okay? But for the average woman, you're not gonna look like that. So, D, why in the world do I need to lift weights? Hey, Kenyatta, number one, this is the biggest reason why. If I could teach anybody in their 20s and 30s anything, women's in their 40s, 50s, it's for healthy aging. And for right now, healthy aging is not sexy. It's not sexy. You're like, but I want to look like a certain way. Y'all, a lot of stuff that we're doing right now, we eating right, we getting our protein, we're having our creatine, we're taking our vitamins, we're lifting these weights, we walking, we doing this for healthy aging. A lot of women who are frail right now, we have y'all, let's get real. We have elders right now in our life who are bed bound. We have elders in our life that got into some type of accident. They didn't do their physical therapy and they're frail. We have some elders now who had a very strict diet. I have an aunt like that. Very strict diet. She used to do a lot of back in the 90s we used to do a lot of what do you call them? Diuretics. There used to be a lot of what do you call it would make you go poop? Um Laxatives. Y'all remember? There used to be a trend of a lot of laxatives, a lot of restrictive diets. I had an aunt that stayed like a size zero my whole life. She would do nothing to gain weight. She would starve herself because she just want to stay small. And I remember trying on a pair of her jeans when I was like 10 and I couldn't fit her jeans and she's like in her 20s. I couldn't fit the shorts. I could not buckle them. And so I watched her small, restrictive diets, didn't lift any weights, and had a really restrictive diet her whole life. And guess what? Stroke. Now she's bedbound and can't do anything for herself. Because long term, y'all, we have to make decisions for healthy aging. We also have to make decisions too. If something happens to me, if I catch COVID, if I get sick, if I have a baby, if I get into some type of accident, is my body healthy enough to recover, to have a chance? Good morning, Annie. For me, I don't have any children, but let's just say I decide to have kids in my 40s. Is my body healthy enough to have a healthy pregnancy? It's as healthy as I can be. I know there's some things you can't control, but is my body healthy enough to grow a baby? And then after that, if I survive birth, okay, just like a lot of women, is my body healthy enough to sustain caring for the child? If I have to stay in ICU for a month, do I have enough muscle mass on my body to sustain that? Because we watch a lot of our elders fall, they break their hip, they have to be hospitalized. They don't even have enough muscle mass on their body to survive that. Atrophy sets in, their muscles get smaller and they can't recover. And they end up dying from something like pneumonia. And I know that is morbid and we don't want to talk about it. But at 40 and 50, because my average client is over 35, at 40 and 50, it's not enough to just say, I'm going to go walk. It is very irresponsible of us to be like, oh, I'm going to just start Monday. Oh, I'm fine. I'm just starting Monday. I'm fine. Y'all, it was literally COVID and we were indoors. Anything can happen, right? And so healthy aging is number one. So put that on your list of things. What I'm lifting weights for, what I'm doing squats for, what I'm doing wall push-ups for. Why D got me lifting these weights. Why I'm on YouTube looking for the videos. Because of healthy aging. If you don't lose 1 ounce of body fat, if that scale don't go down 1 inch, I want you to have some muscle on your body. Okay? So that's number one, healthy aging. Number two, bone density. Bone density, bone density, bone density. My clients who are 60 and 70, the first thing they tell me, D, my bone density came back really good, and my doctor told me to keep doing whatever I'm doing. Bone density is so important. And let me talk to the women who have had children, okay, or you're pregnant. I need you to understand. I need you to understand me. Praise the Lord. Good morning, Kay. When you get pregnant, the fetus is going to get up out you whatever it needs. If it needs calcium for growth, it's going to get that up at you. Okay? If it needs magnesium for growth, it's going to get that up at you. If it needs whatever, it's going to get that up at you every time. That is why it's important to take your multivitamins, your prenatals. Very important to get your diet in, eating those extra 500 calories a day to sustain a healthy pregnancy. But even more after that, if you breastfeed, whatever that baby needs, guess what it's going to get? It's going to get it from you. When you have a baby and the baby needs calcium for growth with its bones and things like that, when you breastfeed, if it has a deficiency, and if you're already deficient in your calcium, your bone density is already compromised, you're going to be frail. Okay? This is why a lot of women's bone density decreases when they breastfeed. Because the baby's going to get it out of you. every time because they the one that matters. And so a lot of women are at risk for breaks, for falls, for fractures, muscular imbalances when breastfeeding. You're already at risk for that because you're feeding another baby inside, another person inside of you. So let me put this in real life thing for you. Any of you mamas who have had babies or who have grown babies, who have breastfed, and you didn't prepare for this health wise, okay? Or after you had the baby, you didn't take your vitamins like you needed to. You didn't do your resistance training like you needed to. You didn't eat your protein like you needed to. You're probably frail to this day. Your baby 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Listen, 20. If you have not done your part this is the part intentionally taking care of your health and taking those vitamins and do what the doctor told you to do, you probably have a low bone density right now to this day. I don't care how little the baby is. Okay? And so bone density is very important. If a lot of our elders took care of themselves, did a little bit more resistance training, and let me say, that could be pushing and pulling furniture. That could be gardening, picking up a plant pot, putting it over here. You doing that for 30 minutes to an hour a day. That's why a lot of our elders did not recover from breaks. They didn't recover from the knee surgery. They didn't recover from the back surgery. They didn't recover from rotator cuff breaks. They didn't recover from this and that because they have terrible bone density. Good morning, Shell. Bone density is everything. Bone density doesn't matter until it matters. And it's hard to build it back up if you can. So if you're in your 30s right now, stop bullshitting. Because it's easy to depend on your youth and be like, "Oh, I'm young, I got time." You don't know that. Some of y'all had babies at 20. Some of y'all had babies at 16, 17, 18. And guess what? Still your bodies were not developed and that baby went and got what it needed. And now you fight for your life. Okay? So let's do better. Let's do better. So we got number 1, healthy aging. Number 2, bone density. Number 3, this one's going to be big. We're moving into the summer, and I know I'm going to start seeing these statuses. I need something to boost my metabolism. Guess what the number 1 thing you can do to boost your metabolism? Add muscle mass to your body. The more muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolism is. Okay? And due to the nature of our standard American diet, and I'm going to talk to the brown people, we have terrible diets, especially as we grew up. Um, you know, we don't have a high protein diet. We have a high fat diet, have a high carb diet. And because of that, a lot of us have metabolic disease. A lot of us have insulin resistance. That means metabolic disease, your body can't lose weight because you up down. Insulin resistance. Your body cannot uptake insulin. It just your pancreas pushes out insulin because all day you're eating junk food, you're eating too much sugar, you're eating too much carbs. Sugar carbs. Your bones, your blood sugar going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And your pancreas cannot continue to push out that insulin and have nowhere to go. So after a while, your metabolism slows because you don't have the muscle mass. You're worried about looking like a linebacker, but you're not worried about looking like a linebacker when you ate them 12 Krispy Kreme donuts. But now you want to argue with me that you're going to love a linebacker because you lift some weights because I make you do push-up. But you wasn't worried about that when you eating the damn Krispy Kreme donuts. So a lot of us have those challenges because we don't have enough muscle mass. And let me tell you this, ladies, you can't look in the mirror and look at your body and decide what your muscle mass is. To look in the mirror and say, "Oh, I'm big enough. I don't want to get no bigger, so I'm not going to lift these weights. I got enough on me already." No, it's fat. You've never lifted weights. You don't eat protein. You eat chips. You eat processed foods. What in the world makes you think you have enough muscle on your body? You haven't eaten no protein. You haven't lifted no weight. All you've been doing is walking to the refrigerator and walking to work, walking to your car, walking in Target, walking out of Target, walking to Starbucks, walking to your car. So it's very, 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 very important to do this. Okay? You got to get it together. You got to get it together. You want to boost your metabolism? You don't need, listen, I got drinks that'll help boost your metabolism. Green tea is great to boost your metabolism just to raise your body core temperature. It heats you up, it makes your metabolism go up. But we want to raise our basal metabolic rate. We want to raise our body's ability to burn more calories at rest. I talked about that already. I talked about that. 70% of your calorie burn is coming from your basal metabolic rate, your BMR. How much muscle your body has. How many calories your body burns at rest. How do you do that? Increase your muscle mass by eating more protein and resistance training. We got it? I want us to get it. Okay? Praise the Lord. Now, this is the other important thing about lifting weights. Why women need to lift weights. A lot of women in the black community are pre-diabetic and diabetic. One of the great ways that our body uses sugar is through muscles moving. And that's also called glucose. Glucose equals sugar. Okay? So, one of the most beautiful ways that our body uses glucose or sugar is through our big muscles, through our muscles. So, our quadricep muscles on the front of our thighs, our calf muscles on the back, okay? Back of our thighs, our arm muscles, our shoulders, our backs. Your body can use that glucose. So, if you are pre diabetic or diabetic, the best thing that you can do for your health is to start lifting weights so that sugar has somewhere to go. Take your medication, okay? And I need y'all to understand this to my pre-diabetics and diabetics. If you establish or you have diabetes or pre-diabetes due to poor lifestyle choices, eating poorly, stressed out life, not exercising, and you end up at the doctor and you need to take your medication, it is not the time to decide, I don't want to take this medication because I'm going to believe God for healing and I don't like the way it makes me feel and I'm not going to take it. You should take it because because right now you're drowning. This is what I'm telling you. This is what the medication does. You clown so much on your diet and we're inactive, you're drowning. The medication is going to help you not to drown. But here's the part. Don't just take your medication in order to not drown. Change your lifestyle habits and take the dosage like you're supposed to take it. And do it right for 90 days. Start lifting weights because it's going to help you from drowning. Because what we want to do is get you here now so that your lifestyle habits, you can take away the medication. But a lot of you black folks, what y'all want to do is you still want to eat like crap. You want to be inactive. You want to eat something terrible, eat them 12 Krispy Kreme donuts. You want to take your medication so that your diabetes is stable, your blood sugars is stable, and you're only doing it so that you're barely not drowning. I've almost drowned before. The first thing you want to do is breathe, okay? The medication is going to help you get there. But what you need to do is do your part. So your priority when it comes to getting in that gym, you need to be lifting some weights. Period. Increase metabolism, better metabolism. It'll help with your pre-diabetes. It'll help with your diabetes. Period. Also, it's great for your mental health, short-term memory, long-term memory. And my question to you is your memory important to you? Our elders are getting younger and younger and losing their memory. In your 20s, you don't think it's possible for you. In your 30s, you don't think it's possible for you. But I see it. You don't think it's possible that things can happen to you. I see it. And so take this video as a loving warning. as let me get my butt up and start doing some resistance training. Okay? Cognitive. It's great for your mood. Stress got somewhere to go. When you get stressed out, immediately your blood sugar go up, cholesterol go up, blood pressure go up. When you can do some resistance training, your body has somewhere to do with all that hormones. Major key. Hormone regulation. Best thing that a premenopausal or a menopausal woman can do is lift weights. At the age of 30, you're going to lose a half a percentage to a percentage of muscle mass every year due to hormonal changes. Dropping testosterone. This is for men too. After 30. So to my people who are close to 50, if you have not been resistance training at all, you haven't been doing it at all, down 10% in muscle mass. What does that mean? If you have 100 pounds of muscle on your body, you lost 10 of those pounds. That's a lot in 10 years. All right? So that's the best thing that you can do when you're going through menopause, premenopause. Best thing that women with PCOS can do is to start lifting weights. Best thing with women who have thyroid issues, start lifting weights. Endometriosis, start lifting weights. Hysterectomies, start lifting weights. And I'm not saying that you got to be some type of Olympic weightlifter. I'm saying you need to do some body weight squats, get stronger, learn how to do some push-ups, start on the wall, then get on the ground on your knees. Get you some dumbbells. Some of y'all got some dumbbells in the garage right now that you're not using. Some of y'all got whole machines that your husbands put together in the weight room, and now it's the office. It got clothes on it, and you're not lifting them. Some of y'all got dumbbells and kettlebells under your bed right now. Major key for women in their middle age. And guess what, y'all? It's never too late to start. I started training Carolyn and Boo at 60 and 63. Carolyn started being active at 60. And she's 70 now, in shape. Can run circles around people. So it's never too late to start, guys. Never, never, never too late to start. So, what's the solution to this? D, what do I do? How do I start? This is going to cost you $0. I need you to go to www.youtube.com. And depending on the amount of time that you have, you type in 10-minute beginner's workout with dumbbells, 10-minute beginner's workout with body weight, 15-minute beginner's workout with kettlebell, 15-minute beginner's workout for lower body, no equipment. There are influencers, I'm not one of them yet. There are influencers who get paid from these platforms, and they constantly put out free workouts that you can go along with. So don't let I don't have any money hold you back from healthy living. You don't have to be lost. These people get on this internet, okay, and will guide you through a 10-minute workout, tell you exactly how to do it, fix your form, give you cues, all of that stuff. So I suggest going on YouTube and doing that every day. Every day. Or 3 times a week, do a full body. Type in 15-minute beginners full body dumbbell routine. The industry standard is this. We need to resistance train 2 to 3 times out the week. That's it. And if you don't have 2 to 3 times out the week, you really need to do it. And there's no excuse for that, guys. There's no excuse to say I don't have 2 days a week to lift weights. No excuse. None. No excuse. Even if you walk on the track, walk at Municipal Park, walk at Cottage Hill Park, can you grab some 3-pound dumbbells 5-pound dumbbells, put your headphones on, and say, I'm going to put my timer on for 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, I'm going to stop. I'm going to do 10 bicep curls. I'm going to do 10 shoulder presses. I'm going to do 10 squats. And then I'm going to walk for 5 more minutes. And I'm going to do that for an hour. It's free. It's on your own terms. And you're taking care of yourself. Right? If you are a beginner, I don't suggest you scrolling on TikTok and Instagram following these workouts because it's just to inspire you. You need a little bit more guidance if you are a beginner. Okay? So that's number one suggestion. Number two suggestion, if you have the money, schedule some training sessions with a personal trainer. Understanding that a personal trainer is their job is to help you learn these exercises, to do it safely, but also to challenge you. We are not here to coddle you. We're not here to make this feel easy because it's not easy. We're here to help you healthy age. We're here to help you lose fat. We're here to get you off of diabetic medication. And if that takes you huffing and puffing and being sore the next day, that's what it takes. Major key. Okay? The next thing I need you to do is truly prioritize eating your protein. Some of y'all are still eating too much sugar, too many carbs, you're not eating enough protein. Whether you are vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, or omnivore, or whatever, you eat meat only, I need you to prioritize your protein. Easily, if you're over 250 pounds, you need to eat 0.73 grams of protein per pound of body weight. If you are under that, we're shooting for your body weight. No, nothing under 100. I don't care how you get it. Protein shakes, food, whatever. Food is priority always. Major, major keys, y'all. And then, from there, if you get your personal trainer and you increase, perhaps consider joining a program that will challenge you even more. But y'all, 2 to 3 times a week is so doable. And I want to have this conversation with y'all when we're 50 and 60. I want you to look back at this live like, D, I remember we did this live 15 years ago, and I decided to do some resistance training, just something light at my house, and it made the world of difference. But we can't, listen, as much as I want fitness to be so much fun all the time, fun in the sun, there are some things that you must do in order to healthy age so that you're there for your kids. And even if you don't have any children, that you're healthy enough to actually leave a legacy and an impact on the world. And that you're healthy enough to do that. Okay? So those are some reasons that you need to lift weights, ladies. The more muscle you have on your body, the more fat you can lose. The better you're going to look in your clothes. You're going to be like, oh, this is how I want to look. The scale may not even move because you've increased that muscle mass. But guess what? You're going to look great in your clothes. You'll be able to fit in your jeans. Your stomach ain't spilling over your belt. You can tuck your shirt in. You feel good. You kept your word to yourself. And let me tell you, you're gonna just feel good overall, y'all. So, wanted to share that. I hope it was helpful. If you are adopting some of these habits, make sure you share that with me. Share your wins. Tag me on your social media posts so I can see you doing your resistance training, whether it's in person, whether it's online, doing something at the house, or you join the gym. Okay? So I love you guys. I hope that you have a great day. And that is your Vitamin D for free. Day 3 of 21, y'all. Let's get it.